It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Screen by Jones. Offside Jones. Lets it go from deep. The shot comes out. Here's Smilagic, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. There's a screen. Outside, Jones. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Jones has gone 50% from the arc. 1 of 2. Wallace outside. Here's the three. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Davies. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those. Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here he goes. Pass to Bonga. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep three. They get it back. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Vegas passes to Smilagic. Here's Wallace. Hits the three-point bomb.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
This one for 3. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Nilakina. On the wing, Jones. To halt the run. Drills it from outside. Jones has got 6.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Pass to Bonga. Outside, Jones. It's in. It's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA thanks. Here's Nilakina. Scoreless thus far. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And one area where Nilakina excels, really good reading the defense and realizing what to do in that set.
Back to Wallace. Launches it. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. Right side, Jones. Jones kicks to Davies. On the wing, Jones. Screen by Jones. Jacks up a 3. Jones, no luck.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Ball is with a screen on Jones. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Personal foul. First team foul.
9 seconds left to play in the first. From deep. It doesn't go for him. The shot, no good. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Up 5. And the second quarter will get underway. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
5 to shoot. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Away team foul. Lakavichas. First personal foul. First team foul.
From deep, Washington. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Driving to the basket, and it's good for 2. Zalgiris has got his second bucket of the night.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And here is Washington. Nothing on the board. And the layup's good off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Up and in on the layup.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
They set the screen. Lets it go with a 3. The shot will not fall.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
From downtown. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Lundberg. Pass to Washington. Goes back up. Just 4 to shoot. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Here's Zalgiris. The 3 drills the three-pointer. Zalgiris has got 8 points.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Pass to Pakusevsky. They set the pick. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. 1:52 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Dunston. Mitchell outside. Here's Zalgiris. And a miss there on the triple. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Moving it up. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Down low. Pass to Lundberg. To the middle. Clock at 4. From 17 feet out. Connects. The jumper drops. Lundberg's got his first bucket of the night.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Kuszewski grabs the miss. Up top, Washington. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And he knocks down the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of the game. There's the three. They grab their own miss. That one, no good. 23 seconds left to play here in the half. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
And the shot is good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Puts up a deep three. And so we wrap up the first half. Up by 7. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
You take a look at the home team. They're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place.
And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the home team.
Low assist.
That is more than enough of us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We've got Ntilikina. He's out there with Jones. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. Inside. Rob. Wallace with the ball. Jones covering. Wallace the screen. Here's Brazdeikis. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Jones for 3. He can't hit that time.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Wallace misses. Outside, Jones. And he makes good on the layup.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. That one drops for him.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Bonga. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Wallace. Offline with his 3.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
And it's Jones finishing it off.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Bonga deciding where to go with it. Another shot, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Yeah, you think you gotta stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Got that one up quick. Smailagic has got 5 now.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Niko, it's deflected. They retain possession. Second shot opportunity. The shot, no good.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Pass to Smailagic. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Smailagic has gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Here's Jones.
Oh, goodness, man.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Wallace misses.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered. Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things, and his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
He was all alone on that one. He's got 9.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Niko passes to Davies. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Here's Smailagic, defended by Jones. Here's Brasdakis. His three-pointers off the mark. Brasdakis has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Niko passes to Davies. No good on that one. Wallace outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence. And he keeps trying to get himself out of this rut, but maybe it's not meant to be. I'd focus on sharing it with his teammates at this point.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's Bonga. Launches from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Bonga's got 5 now.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Brasdakis. Over to the left wing. Smailagic trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Davies driving the lane.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. They're up by 5. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Pass to Servetus. He takes it in, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
First team foul.
Servetus has gone 80% from the field, 4 of 5 shooting. To the inside. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down. More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
One bird shot's good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Servetus. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Here's the screen. Here's Washington. It's deflected. Here's Servetus to the paint. From past the arc. The shot, no good. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Only one man back on D. That three off the mark.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
Pokusevski can't hit.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Shots good by Servetus.
The assist, Mitchell.
Servetus has gone 6 of 9 from the field. Just 3 misses, shooting a terrific 67%. Washington with it. With the drive. Lays it up and banks it in.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Shots good by Servetus. Servetus has got 9 points in the quarter.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Washington, that's for 2. Can't nail the jumper.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
The shot by Lundberg, no good. From deep three-point land. Lundberg grabs the rebound. And here's Washington outside. Offensive rebound. That shot, no good.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
First team foul.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
Old team foul. Pokusevski. First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for the away team.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9.
Line for 2.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And the home team has possession. Lets the 3 fly. Good on the three-point shot.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
To the left wing. Puts up a deep 3. Pokusevski grabs the miss. Pokusevski's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
At the line for your home team, number 5.
Here's Servetus. There's the drive. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Pokusevski. It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Just 5 on the clock. A 3 ball. No good. From deep Washington. The second effort. It's in!
How about the level of activity this team just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. This win, such a tremendous emotional...
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Forrest in at the 2. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
Here's Ntilikina. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And Ntilikina is skilled, really skilled at getting good position in the post. I mean, he uses his quick instincts and understanding of the positioning to score inside.
Jacks up a 3. Sinks the tray. Ntilikina's got 5 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Maneki. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Three-pointer. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Bonga. Jones, the pass to Ntilikina. Jones sets a screen. Shot clock at 6. Ntilikina misses.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Off with the layup. Out left to the wing. Here's Forrest. And the layup falls.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Jones feels it out. That one's off. Still out of sync. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. The first free throw is good.
At the line for the away team, Marcus. 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Howard. Right side, Jones. From downtown. No luck on that one. All passes to Forrest. Here's Maneki, defended by Jones. Pass to Maneki. He takes it in.
Whoa! You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. There's Howard with the 3. That one doesn't drop. Howard's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. To stop the drought, Jones misses. An 8-point differential. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Pass to Forrest. Howard up top, defended by Jones. Here's Maneki. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. .56 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Jones. The rebound by Hall. Hall's got 4 rebounds now.
They keep going back to the same person expecting a different result. He hasn't scored the entire period. The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Here's Ntilikina. He's got 5, and they pick up 2.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. The offensive rebound. Maneki, who poked away. Ntilikina, the pass to Mara. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
You know, that's what you love about Ntilikina. I mean, very unselfish and constantly looking to set up his guys.
It's good.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Here's Jones.
Nasty right there. Oh, my goodness, that was wicked.
What a nasty finish. Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Leading by 7. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Baldwin's shot is good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Washington, picked by Pokashevsky. And it's Washington missing.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Inside. And he banks in the layup.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Lundberg. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Here's Baldwin. Pokashevsky covering. It's stolen by Washington. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Takes it inside. Pass to Jop. Over to the left wing. Lawawu Camero. Misses the 3. Washington right side. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
At the line from your home team, Wayne Washington Jr. 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Let's go with a 3, and he buries his first look.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Jop.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, we're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see, and your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that.
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. again here in the second quarter of action. Just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. To the paint. And Pokashevsky gets it to go.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Here's Baldwin. He's guarded by Washington. They set the pick. Here's Baldwin. It's stolen by Washington. And they're running. Pokashevsky the miss.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Luau Cabarro. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. They get it back. Goes back up. Tipped. They recover it. Picked by Pokashevsky. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, drew the foul. And they stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
At the line for your home team, number.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt. The previous play. We have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Three shots.
And he hits the first of 3. He hits the second from the line. And he can't make it 3 for 3.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Pass to Lundberg. There's a screen. Going inside. Soft touch off the glass. Lundberg's got his first points of the game.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Home team foul. Lundberg. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Baldwin. He's guarded by Washington. Hits the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
From deep three-point range. Here's Pokashevsky. Pass to Lundberg. Now here's Washington. And finally they hit one. Washington's gotten his second bucket on the night. There's 14 seconds left in the first half. Pokashevsky covering. Here's Job. 1 second left. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so we wrap up the first half. Leading by 14. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
Taking a look at the visitors, They're right around where we expected them to be at this point. Nothing to be ashamed of. They've had some great wins. And now
we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the visiting team. Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Now here is Howard, and it's Jones in at the force line. A deep three. Not going to go that time.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And it's Manecki in at the 4. Here's Bunga, and there's the screen. Three-pointer. Howard grabs the miss.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And it's Jones in at the 4 spot.
Jones, first personal foul, first team foul.
Now Howard. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Howard.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay the price.
And it's Howard in at the 1. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Howard. Yep, that one's good. Ntilikina's got 9.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Forrest. The rebound by Bunga.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Here's Ntilikina, outside Jones. Here's Bunga, guarded by Howard. Howard on the double team. Bunga, pass to Jones. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. And Jones, good for 3.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
They set the screen. Howard. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again.
You know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Ntilikina gets the bucket.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Howard with the ball. It's rebounded by Ntilikina. Howard's gotten just one of his 7 shots to go. Jones from outside. Offensive rebound. Back to Jones. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
There's a minute 47 left in the 3rd quarter. Jones with the ball, and Howard picks him up defensively. On the wing, Jones from deep 3-point land. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the 3rd. Back to Howard. Right wing. Here's Manecki. It's good from about 19 feet. Manecki's got his second basket.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
To the inside. The rebound by Hall. Hall's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Buries it down low. He's got 14.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Outside Jones. Jones sets a screen. And there's the rejection. On the take. Forrest, that one's good. Forrest has got his second basket on the night. They just can't stop this run.
And honestly, the more empty trips they have, the more they feel the pressure.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. Count that bucket. Bonga has gone 2 of 4 from the field. And here's Howard into the lane. Lets it go from deep. Hits the trifecta.
Marcus, 3 points.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 12. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Takes it inside.
A big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Washington outside. Picked by Pokashevsky. And it's Washington missing.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Pass to Baldwin. Driving in. From the low block. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. They set the pick. And Pokashevsky, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Pokashevsky's gone 3 for 5 shooting from the floor. Pass to Luau Cabarro. Here's Lundberg. Up and in from the low block.
Boy, they have finally found their shooting touch after a rough first half.
Lundberg's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. There's the drive. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky. With the 7-footer. And no good, trying to use the glass. Here's Luau Cabarro. He's guarded by Washington. Pass to Jop. Here's Baldwin. There's a screen. 5 on the clock. They still need this. And that's good for 2.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
The 3 from Washington. Luau Cabarro with the rebound.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Good. Now here's Washington. Pass to Pokashevsky. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. No good on the shot.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Luau Cabarro. Pokashevsky covering. There's a minute 59 left in the final quarter. The three from Washington. The shot no good.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Baldwin, the pass to Diop. The wide open shot is on the money.
Assist goes to Jock.
Washington outside. Misses from close range. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Here's Luau Cabarro. No good with the triple. Now Pokashevsky. On the take. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Away team foul. Baldwin. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now off the inbound. And no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds.
Home team ball.
Here's Pokashevsky. Washington outside. It's rebounded by Jock.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Pass to Baldwin. They set a pick. Launches it. Drills it from deep. 23 seconds left to play in the fourth. Lets it fly. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul. Second team
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for your home team.
And that's good as he hits both shots. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires away from way outside. Off target. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Howard, and it's Monecki in at the 4 slot. 4 on the shot clock. Outside Howard. No good there. into the lane. Rebounded by Howard. Sedikurski's. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now here's Wallace. And Wallace slings it in.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Fires the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Forced, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did.
Yeah.
And we felt it. Even over here we felt it. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 5.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Forrest. Hall passes to Forrest to the right side. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Smilagic. Ulanovas. With the teardrop, he takes it up and lays it in.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Howard draws the double. Poked away. Here's Smilagic. Launches a 3. No good that time. Here we go, 1-on-1. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Wallace outside. And it's off from three-point range. And they're on the break. Howard can't hit. Here's Smilagic. Rebounded by Monecki. Here's Howard. And he makes that one.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Pass to Wallace. From deep three-point land. The long distance 3 is buried. Wallace has got his second basket of the night.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Sedikurski's from outside off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Good work there as it goes. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Howard against Wallace. To the left side wing. Out to the wing. 5 to shoot. Howard, the pass to Hall. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
First personal foul, first team.
And he drives in. Baldwin the pass to Chop. Pass to Luwawu. For 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Leading by 8. And back in a moment as... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Yaramaz off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Here's Servetus. Misses the 3. Here's Jop. Scoreless thus far. Buries it from three-point range.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Servetus, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
They swipe it. Three-pointer. Knocks it loose. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Jop. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound. Here's Baldwin. Takes a 3. Puts up a deep 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And here comes the break. Takes the 3. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Shot to stop the run. Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. Going inside. Jop kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Sinks the triple. 6 points for him.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Servetus. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Pass to Baldwin. Six to shoot. Here's Servetus. Shoots it. Out left to the wing. Off target from outside.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Good on the triple.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those 3s just started to fall like raindrops.
Butkevicius. Here's Dunston. And here we go. Here's Luwawu. And that one is hammered home.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Here's Baldwin. Still without a basket. Clock at 4. Puts up a 3. That misses, and he's 0 for 4.
This has not been his quarter so far. He needs to find a way to get going here.
Here's the screen. That will count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They're up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
And now, moving on, a look. And that is it for half.
Into that first. Half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's Servetus. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Fades away. Five on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Servetus has got 6 points.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
They've got Howard, and it's Monecki in at the power forward.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Servetus. They set the pick. Shoots from the elbow. Rebounded by Hall. And guys, they look to set it up in the half court.
Well, that's when you got to rely more on your defense and try to get out in the open floor. Oftentimes, you can develop your rhythm offensively when you get easy baskets.
Count it. Good. Forrest has got his second bucket tonight. Forrest has gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Butkevicius. And he uses the glass on the layup. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Forrest. Pass to Monecki. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Can't get it to fall. Sedikurski's. And the basket by Monecki.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Started by Howard. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. Fires from deep. That shot missing. Howard's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Here's Wallace. Started by Howard. Clock at 6. Back to Wallace. Off target with his 3.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Great positioning on the putback.
just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Wallace with a screen on Howard. Here he goes, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Chalk up 2 there.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Driving in. It's good. He's got 18.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow. Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Wallace a screen. Off on the layup. Howard against Wallace. Howard, the pass to Forrest. Now, here's Howard. He's covered closely to the left side wing. Here's Monecki. Rebounded by Smilagic. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Wallace. Drills the three-pointer. Wallace has got 8 points. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Forrest. Pass to Monecki. Sedikurski's. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Just 4 to shoot. Shot kicks to Baldwin. A three-pointer, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Such a wide open look. He's got 21.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's Smilagic. They get it back.
Yeah, I can't tell you what a difference second chance points make in a game. That can be the factor that swings the outcome.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
So it's the visitors now. It's a 16-point game. Just his first attempt. Intercepted. And here they come. Tries the spin move. Servidis passes to Brazdeikis. Swiped away. Here's the break. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Luwawu. Cans it from downtown.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Right wing. No good on the 3. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Great crossover to get free. Zalgiris has got his first points of the night.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Baldwin can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Fires away from outside. He doesn't hit that one. Zalgiris has gotten only 2 of his 8 attempts to fall from the floor. Pass to Luwawu. Here's Baldwin. The 3. Cranes the three-pointer.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands. So I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Beyond the arc. Zalgiris, no good. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
55 seconds left in the game. The turnaround jumper. Over to the wing. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. 3-on-3. Here's Luwawu. Good on the three-point shot. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Zalgiris. That one off the back iron and out. From deep three-point territory. Dives for it. And it ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Away team ball.
So they get the victory here at home. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way.
2K Sports bringing you live coverage of the NBA. This is our Sunday night broadcast. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. Jones sets a screen. Bonga, pass to Jones. And that one is hammered home.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
There's a screen. Wallace outside. 5 to shoot for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
Thanks for that, Allie. Jones grabs the board. And he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Wallace's shot is good. Wallace has got 5.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Jones feels it out. Pass to Bonga. Back to Jones. Watched by Wallace. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Fires the 3. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Here's Bonga from outside the arc. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times, or he will bury you.
Wallace outside. Sinks that one from the post. He has 7. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Ntilikina.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Launches it from deep. First shot won't go. Wallace outside. From downtown, nails it from beyond the arc.
Defensively, if you let him get in rhythm, you're digging your own grave.
1:36 left in the first quarter of the game. Jones sets a screen. 3-pointer. Jones misses.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And a miss there on the triple. 1:09 left to play in the first quarter. Lets it go from deep. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
Ntilikina may not be the prototypical lead guard, but he puts it on time and on target right there.
Pass to Smilagic. From deep. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Jones misses.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Misses off the right iron.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Wallace's shot is good.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Jones sets a screen. Down low. Lays it up and banks it in. Jones has got his second bucket on the night.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Up by 4, and we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they've really been racking up 3-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
And it's Washington missing. Here's Servetus. He's guarded by Washington. There's the 3. Servetus misses. Pass to Lundberg. Launches it. Knocks down the long J.
Well, Pokusevski connecting with his teammates right there. Boy, that'll make you popular.
And there's the drive. Count it. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Washington outside. No good on the 3.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Brasdeikis. Deflected. Here's Lundberg. And it's all tied up. Lundberg's got 6 points in the quarter.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Pass to Servidis. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Personal foul, first team foul.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Washington outside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. He's got his first free throws of the night right here. That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. Here's Servidis. No points so far. Fires from deep. He drops it from range.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Pass to Lundberg. Pulls up on the wing. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Lundberg's got 8 points.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
And that one's good. Servidis.
Oh, so staggering display of range here. I mean, that took some serious confidence.
Washington outside. Pass to Pokashevsky. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, Pokashevsky looking really confident on the interior, doing a nice job using his size to his advantage.
Out to the right wing. Lets the three fly. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Here's Lundberg. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Washington. Shot clock at 6. Here's Pokashevsky. Sinks it from distance. Pokashevsky's got his second basket of the night.
And this will be more and more a part of his game, the more efficient he gets. Pokashevsky, a big who can shoot it.
Servidis. The three. It's not going to go for him. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Washington left side. Here's Lundberg. They set a pick. Offline from the high post.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Off the mark there with a three. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. A chance at a 2 for 1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
To the middle. Pass to Servidis. Pokashevsky covering. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. There's a screen. Here's Washington. Uneasy 2 on the layup. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. The shot's good.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Up one. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Taking a look at the visitors, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series. Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Jones sets a screen. Jones' shot is good. Jones has got 5.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And it's Ntilikina in at the 1. Back to Wallace. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. He's got 15.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
Here's Ntilikina. Jones' shot is good.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Jones has gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. And it's Ntilikina in at the 1. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Controls the rebound and the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Outside Jones. Pass to Ntilikina. It doesn't go for him. And it's Jones in at the power forward. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Fires in the triple.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Puts up a deep 3. And no good. Jones has gone 1 of 5 on 3-point tries. Here's Smilagic, defended by Jones. Pass to Smilagic, to the paint. And that one's good.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here's Bonga.
Home team foul. Francisco. First personal foul. First team foul.
To stop the run, Smilagic grabs the board. Wallace outside. They set the screen. The 3-pointer off the mark. Pretty even game going here in Memphis. Pass to Jones. Driving inside, to the inside. Wallace pulls it in. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Ntilikina gets the bucket.
Ntilikina's reach and athleticism is absolutely a factor inside. He can score it in there, make no mistake.
Wallace, the pass to Smilagic. Fires the 3. The rebound by Bonga.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Jones from outside. The shot that time not on target.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Wallace. Jones grabs the board. Jones has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
On the wing, Jones. Shot clock at 5. Back to Jones. For the tie. Up again. It's good on the putback. It's a tie ball game.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Here's Wallace. Pure from three-point range. Wallace has got 18.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
That's tipped. Pass to Ntilikina. Puts up a 3. Can't hit that one.
Not an easy rebound at all. But when you win that kind of battle, it gets your blood pumping.
Smilagic, no good. Here's Ntilikina. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
But we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And it's Jones in at the 4. They grabbed their own miss.
First personal foul, first team foul. Substitution on the court.
On defense, the visiting team. They trail by 3. Pass to Wallace. The 3 is up. That one's good. He's now 8 for 13.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
From the arc. The shot, no good. Washington's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky. Pokashevsky's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Lundberg. Watched by Wallace. The 3. That one no good. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. The 3 ball. Smilagic, no good. Here's Lundberg. Washington up top. And he gets the bucket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Washington's gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field so far. Here's the pick. Pass to Wallace. He's guarded by Washington. Banked it in off the glass.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Six on the shot clock. Back to Pokashevsky. In transition, here they come. Pass to Smilagic. For 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
And it's Washington missing.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
He gets it in there. Wallace has got 10 points here in the second half.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Here's Lundberg. And the three-pointer goes.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Pass to Smilagic. Here's Wallace. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. No luck on that one.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there. .103 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Washington. No dice from the high post.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Wallace outside. Pokashevsky covering. Back to Wallace. That three's off the mark.
And you know they're extremely disappointed right now. I mean, this one getting away from them.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
Fires from way outside. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or the...
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Niko out there with Jones. Then it's Jones. And it's Bonga in at the small forward. Jones with it. Puts up a deep three. They get it again. Pass to Bonga. Shoots the three. And no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David.
Good patience on the pick and roll that time as Niko taking what it is that he saw.
It's stolen by Jones. And here's the fast break. The tray. And it's slammed in by Jones.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Howard, good.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Niko, that's tipped. Davies, the pass to Jones. And there's the drive. Swiped it away. To the middle. And the basket by Monecki.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
That bucket in no time at all.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Howard, the pass to Forrest. 4 on the clock. Back to Howard. From outside the arc. Drills it from outside.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And Jones sends it back. It's Jones on the wing. Takes it inside. Jones, the pass to Bonga. The three-pointer off the mark. It's deflected. Pass to Howard. Good, nice job down low. Howard's got 6 points.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Jones with the screen on Howard. Ntilikina kicks to Davis. No good on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
We've got 1:13 left in the first. Pass to Manecki. To the left wing. From the arc. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. .58 seconds left here in the first quarter. 2 on the clock.
Quick defensively. Very, very nice lateral movement. Lockdown defense from Ntilikina.
Davies with the buckets.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Now here's Howard. He's got 6. 29 seconds left to play here in the first.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Here's Ntilikina. Kicks it out to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. And Jones has it in the corner. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
We're at the end of the first, Clark, in a close game so far. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Defensive.
They should.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Dwayne Washington Jr. 1 shot. The play is under video review.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now, here's Washington. Pass to Lundberg. Releases. Offensive rebound. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
To the wing on the left. Here's Baldwin. He's covered by Washington. Stiluwawu for the 3. Kusevsky grabs the miss. Down low. He's off on that one. Here's Baldwin from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some. Baldwin's got 5 points in the quarter.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them. Now, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so here's the home team. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized forward who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Baldwin's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Here's Lundberg. He has yet to score. Just 5 to shoot. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's an easy board for Poku and an easy putback.
Here's Baldwin. He's covered by Washington. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Now Pokuševski. Here's Lundberg from past the arc. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Good on the bucket.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The score now all even.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Jacks up a 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Driving inside and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Here's Washington. There's 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Lundberg. The 3. Second chance effort. It's rebounded by Jock. Yaramaz banked in off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Up top, Washington. The layup missed. Here's Baldwin. Drains it from beyond the arc. Baldwin's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
And here's Washington outside. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Leading by 5. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
I hope we get to see all of these guys expand the field if you have to.
Yeah, just get a center or a power forward in there. The game has a...
And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the visiting team. And that's a halftime.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Jones. They've got Howard. And it's Monecki in at the power forward. Over to the left wing. Bonga deciding where to go with it. So starting the second half, here's who Phil Jackson has on the floor. Jones is out there with Ntilikina. Then it's Jones. And it's Bunga in at the small forward. Count it.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Jones in the post. Pass to Bunga. Here's Davies. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
It's a close game here in Boston. Howard in the post. He's got 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Howard's got 8.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Bunga. 6 to shoot. Tries it from 9. And that one hits back iron. Here's Monecki. Here's Forrest. To the left side wing. To the wing on the left. Sedikurski's. No good from outside.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted. The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Puts up a 3. Pass to Monecki. Goes back up. Here's Hall. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Here's Bunga. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Howard. Drives to the hoop. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Ntilikina kicks to Jones. Pass to Ntilikina. They set the pick. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, Frank looking better and better here on the offensive end.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the third. And Howard, here we go. Yep, it counts.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Jones looking for an opening. No good with the triple. They could stretch the lead to double digits.
I mean, which would obviously put them in a very comfortable position. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Ntilikina. Fires for 3. Doesn't go that time.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Hall, that's good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
They get a hand on it. Pass to Davies. Rebounded by Hall. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Hits it from 3-point range.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
On the basket by Jones.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Now here's Howard. D right on him. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Right side Jones. Pass to Bunga. In by Jones. Here's the three. Not going to go that time. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 13. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Baldwin. Three-pointer. There's the pick. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Pokusevski. Makes it off the glass.
His inside game is improving since he came into the league, and Poku does have some good footwork in the paint.
Here's Baldwin. He's covered by Washington. Baldwin the pass to Luau. Here's Baldwin. And there's the try. That one falls.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Pokusevski. It's tipped. Here's Luau. Defended by Pokusevski. And he jams it with authority.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out. Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Fires from deep. Lundberg grabs the rebound. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. On Sunday, then on Tuesday.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
A nice shot by Baldwin.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Here's Lundberg. For three. Here's Pokusevski. It's not going to go for him. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Here he goes. Pass to Baldwin. Takes the three. They get it back. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. Pokusevski grabs the miss. Pokusevski's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A shot by Lundberg, no good. Baldwin looking for the opening. There's a screen to the left wing. Stolen. Here's Lundberg. Lays it up off the glass. Lundberg's got his first 2 points of the night.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Defended by Pokusevski. Pass to Baldwin. Brent, of all the things I can ask you, I've thought about this one. What would you say is the most important thing a team has to do to be an NBA champion?
Kevin, it's pretty simple. Accept your role. And when that happens, stars will be stars, and role players will be there to support the stars in any way they possibly can. But to accept your role and to sacrifice for the good of the team, that's going to give you a chance to hold that trophy.
Now, here's Washington. He gets that one.
Washington Jr.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Pass to Lundberg. The tray. That one doesn't drop.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Takes it inside, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And the length that Pokusevski has out there will give defenses a lot of problems like that.
Alexei Pokusevski taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Pokusevski. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Baldwin. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. Just 5 on the clock. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play it.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Ali LaForce courtside. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Manecki can't hit. There's a screen. Drops in the layup for two.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Here's the three. On target from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now Wallace. Here he goes. Uses the glass on the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Pass to Manecki. Back to Howard. Here's Luau Cabarro. Offline with a three. Wallace outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Turned over. And we check out the power rankings with plenty of time left in the season. So much could be different by the end of the year. You take a look at the home team. They're on a roll right now, making their way to the #1 spot.
You know, right now for the visiting team, they had high expectations for themselves early on, but got off to a rocky start. I think they're hoping to do some course correcting down the line.
Off target from outside. Pass to Manecki. Here's Luau Cabarro. Watched by Wallace. Over to the wing. Now here's Howard. Clock at 6. Here's Manecki. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Wallace outside. Jacks up a three. Drains the triple. Wallace has got his second bucket of the night.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
There's Howard with the three. Buries it from three.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
That one falls. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Inside, here's Manecki. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Guarded by Howard. Back to Wallace. They set the pick. Fires for three. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter of the game. Watched by Wallace. No good there. Let's check in with our reporter, Ali LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked Coach what the plan is for slowing down Jamal Murray. They said, honestly, it comes down to team defense. You need to be aware of where Jamal is at all times. He can light you up, but Murray also can dish it, so we have to be smart guarding him. Always a difficult task defending the talented Canadian Jamal Murray. Guys?
And Ali, thank you for that. For three. Can't get it to go. 3 for 5 shooting so far. 51 seconds left in the first. Knocks down the triple. He's got 6. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
We've got 33 seconds left now in the first quarter. Howard, the pass to Hall. Back to Howard. Uncovered. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Here's Smilagic. He buries it from 3. 19 seconds left to play in the first. Watch by Wallace. Basket counts.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. They lead by 4. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Pass to Brasdeikis. Shot clock at 6. And he makes it on the layup. Brasdeikis has got his first basket.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
From behind the arc. Brasdeikis with the rebound.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Baldwin. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. To the paint. Here's Top. And there's the turnover. Pass goes out of bounds.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Here's Servetus. Still no points. Count the basket.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Six on the shot clock. There's the triple. That's his 4th miss in 7 shots. Pass to Brasdeikis. Let's go with a 3. Connects from downtown. Brasdeikis has got 5 points.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Will it go? Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Your home team.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Here's Servetus. To the left side wing. This one for 3. Baldwin with a rebound. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Takes the 3. Drops in the 3. Baldwin's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Servetus. top of the key. He buries it. Servidis has got 4 points now in the quarter. Servidis has gone 2 for 3 from the field. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Baldwin. The three is up. Here's Top. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. Chop's gotten his first basket of the night. Pass to Servidis. And the three off target.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
A minute 6 left in the second. And he jams it home with authority.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Launches a three, sends it home from three-point land.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
To the left wing. There's 37 seconds left in the first half of this one. Blocked! And here comes the break.
Old team foul. Baldwin. First personal foul. First team foul.
The visitors with the ball. From deep. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Takes a three. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 5. 16 seconds left in the second. Pass to Servidis. Fires the three. Hits the trifecta. Servidis has got 7 points here in the quarter.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You strain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
So we conclude the first half. Leading by 7. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
What a great start it's been for him. We'll see if he has the gas to finish the game strong.
He will if he uses my patented.
And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the home team.
To me, it's...
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And it's Hall in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
A quick shot there. It's off target. Wallace outside. Lets the three fly. Manecki with a rebound.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Three-pointer. The shot off that time. Howard inside. Watch by Wallace. The shot by Howard, no good. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Smilagic. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up. And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
There's Howard with the three. Fires in the triple. Howard's got 8 points.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
there's a pick. And he goes in for the dunk.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, he'll take it. He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Here's Wallace. No good with a layup.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Launches it. Gets the three to fall. 13 points in the game.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
The drive.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
The game now all tied up.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Smilagic. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now Howard. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Howard.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Now here's Wallace. Not a lot of room. Guarded by Howard. To the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. To the right side. Here's Wallace. And the layup is good off the glass. Wallace has got 12 points.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Howard inside. 58 seconds left in the third. Ooh, it's stolen away. Wallace outside. Out left to the wing. Here's Smilagic. He's got 5. The three. Counted from distance. Give him 8 points now.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Howard in the high post. Give him 8 points now. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Here's Forrest. Misses the layup. Pass to Servetus. Drops in the three.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
That'll count. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Knocks down the triple.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
From deep. Baldwin with a rebound.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. Pass to Servidis. Clock at 6. And he makes it.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Here's Baldwin. Misses the 3.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Servidis. Drives to the hoop. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. On Friday, then on Tuesday.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience. You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
The three-pointer off the mark. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Looking to win the run. Tries again. And he connects with a jumper.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
The shake. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Second free throw, no good. And the pass goes out of bounds. They'll turn it over.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Off the mark there with a 3. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
To the inside. Baldwin's shot is off. Baldwin's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. The 3. It's rebounded by Jop. Jop's got 4 rebounds now. He jams it straight down.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. Drains the triple.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Pass to Servidis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 1:19 left in the fourth. Here's Forrest. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Top. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough left in the tank to take the lead? We'll have to see.
Servidis. No good. Unable to win this run.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
From outside, off the mark.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And it's Brozdik is missing.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Money!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Here's Servetus. They turn it over.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
The home team calls timeout. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice.
Substitution on the court.
The home team calls timeout. What do you think coach will be drawing up here?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice.
So it's a victory for the road team in this one. And this was an emotional win.